Holy Paladin, PvE and PvP talents, let's go. Today I'll be sharing a few talent builds for Holy Paladins. If you want to skip ahead and grab the links, I will have them down below in the description. PvE, Radiant Dungeons, here's your basic build. I will go over the important talents, but if you'd like me to do an in-depth guide, please let me know in the comments. Now, on the first tree is called Judgements of the Pure. It's pretty much your buff that you will be maintaining during fights. You judge a target, gain 9% casting and melee haste, as well as a mana regeneration by 30% of your spirit. Keep this up 100% of the time. Divine Favor, one of our cooldowns for Holy Paladins, increases spell casting haste by 20% and spell crit by 20%. Very strong cooldown, use it when damage is being done to the raid or you need to save your tanks. Next up is Beacon of Light, our bread and butter as Holy Paladin. Use it on a tank while you heal the rest of your raid or other tank. A good way to gain holy power is to use 3 flashing lights on the beacon target in order to use a Word of Glory or Light of Dawn. Nice little addition for us paladins is Speed of Light. It's a nice speed boost for us paladins to reposition ourselves in raid or to get out of bad. Don't be afraid to use it as it has a short cooldown. Other important thing to get is Sacred Cleansing. In Cata, paladins no longer have a cleanse ability that dispels magic effects, only poison and diseases. So, as a healer, we need to get this talent in order for us to start cleansing magic effects. Same goes to all healers in Cata. Aura Mastery, another strong cooldown. Make sure to use it with either Resistance Aura for incoming magic damage or Diva Aura if melee damage will go out. You can also use this cooldown with Concentration Aura to negate any silences or kicks. Also, keep in mind that this does not work with Crusader Aura anymore in Cata, so we can't use this for an extra mount boost. Last but not least, we have Light of Dawn, our new holy ability. It's an AoE heal that acts like a cone of cold, so it's a frontal cone healing anyone in front of the paladin. It costs 1 holy power, max 3. Affects only 6 targets, strong ability if there is widespread damage in raids. Next up in the pro tree we have Eternal Glory, making your Word of Glory have a 30% chance not to consume holy power. Super strong, always get it, 2 out of 2. Improved Judgment, what this does is increase the range of your judgment by 20 yards. Use this in conjunction with Judgment of the Pure to keep that buff maintained throughout the whole fight. What you see here is your standard glyph choice. Glyph of Holy Shock increases 5% crit chance on Holy Shock. Glyph of Word of Glory increases healing by 10% to Word of Glory. And Glyph of Insight gives you a 5% healing spells all the time. Next, for major glyphs, we have Beacon of Light, costs no mana, super nice when you're trying to switch to tanks or someone that's taking heavy damage. Glyph of Cleansing makes your cleansing 20% less mana. And Divine Plea gains 6% additional more mana when used. For your minor glyphs, all this does is reduce the mana cost for each ability by 50%. A few glyphs that you can change is Divine Favor glyph. I will replace Glyph of Holy Shock. What this does is increase the duration of Divine Favor by 10 seconds. So instead of 20 seconds, it lasts 30 seconds now. Your Hand of Salvation no longer permanently reduces threat over time, but instead reduces all threat as long as Hand of Salvation lasts. So this is really good if you use it on a mage that has Combustion ready up or a rogue that is using Shadow Dance. Now, all that threat that they are building will be 0 for the duration of 10 seconds. Very useful if you have a big pumpers in your raid and you know your DPS can't control themselves in the beginning of the boss fights. I would take this glyph over Glyph of Cleansing. You can swap some points to grab Guardian's Favor if you like. This is so you can reduce the cooldown on Bop for 3 minutes rather than 5, but in conjunction you will lose 6% healing because you will need to take out Divinity. Then you put in 1 in Crusade, and the next 2 will be in Guardian's Favor. Guardian's Favor talent is really strong. It helps casters a lot with low cooldown on your Bop, and also increases freedom by 4 seconds for those nice melee. Big difference with this build compared to the PvE raid talent build is we don't have Light of Dawn anymore. We're not using Light of Dawn, nor Conviction. Why? We're putting those 2 points, or actually those 3 points, into Denounce, which makes your exorcism reduced by 75%, but in addition, you have a 100% chance to cause the effect Denounce on targets of your exorcism. The Denounce effect prevents targets from causing critical strikes for the next few seconds. Very strong ability in PvP when used against mages, hunters, rogues, rets, warriors when they use their big cooldowns. Shut them down with Denounce and you see no more crits. Another one that I like to do is getting Improved Hammer of Justice. This is more for arenas. If you play a good setup comp, Rogue Mage, Shadow Priest Rogue, Hunter Feral, Hunter Ret. So this allows you to have more CC chains and better opportunities to get kills. If you don't want to go the Hammer of Justice route, you can go with Guardian's Favor, but you will lose out on some healing. So So you take out 2 in Hammer of Justice, take out Divinity, add 3 in Crusade, and then you put the rest in Guardian's Favor. This build here is mostly used for BGs, Pugs for arenas, and also RBGs. Guardian's Favor just saves everyone. It's a great strong talent to be used on casters, on healers, and also your melee will love you for those extra 4 seconds of freedom. Down to glyphs, pretty much the same as PvE. The only difference that you will change is your major glyph, which will be Glyph of Hammer of Justice. Increases your range of Hammer of Justice by 5 yards. Very huge, that way you don't have bad positioning and allows you to get those CCs out from range. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video of talents and builds for PvE and PvP. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. We out. Peace.